Well, hello there. How you doing? Back with another update on my bariatric surgery. Um, it's now Sunday the 16th, so I'm less than 24 hours away from my surgery, which is on the 17th. So this week has been quite interesting. Number one, it's the clear liquids only week, so all you have is water and broth and herbal tea and maybe a little sugar-free Kool-Aid or sugar-free Gatorade, and a couple of protein shakes a day. So that's all you get. So that one's been kind of rough. It was tough, man. Um, the first 2 or 3 days, it was like, man, you're just starving, and everything looks good and everything smells good, and you're going through your head of, oh man, I wish I had this or that or whatever. You feel a little bit like some guy that's, stranded out at sea or something, dreaming about the meals that he once had. So, anyway, like I said, here it is Sunday. So, this is the last day of it before surgery. And actually, the later in the week that it got, the better it was. And today, I feel great. You struggle a little bit with not only the hunger, but headaches and just weakness in general, and today I feel fine. I don't have a headache, and you know I've got somewhat normal energy and this and that, and I'm not super hungry, so that's great. And but it's kind of funny because you're looking forward to, man, I can't wait until the end of this thing so I can have my welcome food back into my life meal, but you don't get that. you know because you have surgery, and then guess what, you're right back on the clear liquid diet. Um, so I'll have another week or maybe two after surgery of that, and then I can get into a more substantial, still liquid, but you can have like cream soups and that type of thing, and that'll be absolutely heaven. Because tell you what, you never realized how absolutely delicious a cup of like vegetable broth is. It was like a Thanksgiving meal in a cup. So I'm looking forward to getting that stuff. Anyway, also had another little bit of a challenge this week, and that was the surgeon's office calls me up and says, hey, your primary care guy didn't clear you for surgery. He didn't give you the cardiac clearance. Basically, what he did is, refer to a cardiologist, and which that's fine. I mean, I don't mind my doctor doing that, but that's such a last kind of second deal because, I've been trying to get that done for the last month or more. So it's like, really? We're in the last week of this absolute home stretch, and you're denying it. So anyway, they were like, well, I'll tell you what, the surgeons were like, call South Denver Cardiology. They work really well with us, and they get a lot of our patients in last second. So I called them on Monday, and I'm just expecting it. You know how it is trying to get into a doctor's office. Like, they're months out basically. So I thought, well, this is kind of a lost cause, and she's going through, everything's booked. All of our locations are booked. This is booked. That's booked. And I'm thinking, oh man, this is terrible. And then she's like, well, there's one that's kind of I think it was one of those tentative appointments or something, and that might fall through or something like that. But she's like, just give me an hour or two to get with the person in this office, and then I'll get back with you. So sure enough, a couple hours later, they call me, and they had an appointment for me, and so they had an appointment for me the next day, the Tuesday. So man, it's like, thank God, thank you God, for that, and anyway, went in there Tuesday, and it was great because I've had an EKG, an echocardiogram, stress tests, all this sort of thing. So all my information's there. So I didn't have to go in there and do any kind of tests or anything. The cardiologist just needed to read it and basically give his opinion, or do you stand a good chance of making it through surgery or what. So anyway, went in there, and the doctor I saw, his name's Gregory Sprung, and he is like the coolest doctor I've ever run into. I mean, this guy was just great. And so I would highly recommend, if you ever have any need for a cardiologist, give that guy a call. He's fantastic. Anyway, he read all of the results. He was super happy that, all this information was there and this and that. And I have a mild murmur, but it's no big deal. I also have a slightly calcified aortic valve, and that's basically your valve's been doing this for 60 years, so it's got maybe a little buildup on it or something. But he was looking at that, and he's basically was like, I don't know why that's even a question. He says it's mild. He says, in fact, you wouldn't even qualify for mild. It's just kind of starting. And he says, so that's no issue. And the murmur, I think the murmur is basically caused by that. So the murmur is very mild too. And he was saying that my heart looks great. The arteries are all clear, everything. So it's like, yeah, So I've got this good heart for when the weight comes off, and I can get out there and start doing things. So anyway, got cleared, got totally cleared, and then Thursday the hospital gets hold of me, and they give me here's the estimate of what you owe, after the insurance takes care of the bulk of it, obviously. And it was like, cool. So got that fired into them. So it's like, yeah, it just, all right, this thing's really gonna happen. So anyway, it's super exciting that here I am, less than 24 hours, and from doing this, and it looks like a go. And well, it is a go. So I'm, like I've told you through every one of these videos, man, I'm super, super excited for this. It's amazing because, the thing is, when you have this surgery, obviously you have very little capacity for food. So, you eat 2, 3, 4 small bites, and damn, I'm full, It's like, okay, cool. So, like any weight loss, it's, getting low calories in your body. So anyway, what I'm getting at is, through this week of liquid diet here, man, I'm down 20 pounds in this week. So it's going to be amazing. I think this weight's just going to drop off of me. And I can't wait for, 2-3 months down the road. And anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, like I said, I just wanted to keep you all up to date. And so I will probably send you out another update kind of later next week, after I've had a few days after surgery, and kind of let you know how that went and how I'm feeling, how it felt up to the point that I talked to you, which I imagine by then I'll probably feel pretty darn good. So anyway, thanks for listening, and tune in.